I can already see I'm a ruler in this kingdom. I think if I can control how they feel, I can control how they think. If I can whoop these all-stars, doesn't that mean I'm the best ever?
I'm Russell Hantz, and this is the Russell Hantz Show. What's up, y'all? We are hearing a lot of rumors about Big Brother and what's about to happen in the Big Brother house. Yes, I am switching gears. Survivor is over. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop talking Survivor, but it does mean I'm going to start talking more Big Brother. Whether you like it or not, the Hantz name is an alumni in the Big Brother family. Whether you like it or not. So, we are hearing rumors that they're going to do an all-star Big Brother. I have did research on the internet. I looked at different sites, listened to different podcasts, and heard a few names that I wanted to talk about. I went ahead and put together these names to where it makes sense to me. So without further ado, I'd like to talk about the names that I think that's going to be in the Big Brother house. And you can comment below and tell me if you think I'm crazy or if you think that that's going to happen. And we're going to start with my personal favorite. I think this guy is the best that ever played the game, and it's Dan Gheesling. Now, Dan is an amazing player. If you put Dan in the Survivor world, I think he does amazing. Big Brother has a lot of social aspect to it. It has a lot of strategic and also physical. Not really as physical as Survivor, that's for sure, but it has some physical aspect to it. Now, when you talk about Dan, he's such a well-rounded player. I think he's the best that ever played the game. He is the Tony of Big Brother. I can see if this is an all-star season that they have to put Dan involved with this list. He won season 10, and he was runner-up season 14. He's just so smooth. I don't know if you guys remember, I'm sure you do, with the Dan funeral he had. And he did all that for a social, strategic aspect to try to flip people. And when he had his funeral that he said he was going home, right? He knew he wasn't going home. He was taking another step forward into the game. Nobody ever seen something done like that. He had 3 people flip right there due to him doing his little charade. That just shows you how well of a player he is. If Dan goes back in the house, I can see Dan going a long ways again. He's the kind of player that sits back and he can lay low if he wants, and he can also take control of things. That's very rare in these type of strategic games. So I see Dan back in the house, and I see him doing very well. Now, I don't know for sure, so don't get all crazy on me. This, I guess this could be spoilers, so I know I just said Dan's name, but everybody knows that that's the case. If you don't want to hear any type of spoilers, you don't have to listen, but this isn't spoilers because this is just my opinion and what is public knowledge to all you guys that you can watch and go look on the internet and find for yourself. Next on my list is Tyler. You can remember Tyler, the runner-up from season 20. Now, he was super likable, good in challenges. He's a social player. He wins comps, and he's a huge threat in the game because you can like him. They will like him, and I can also see Dan linking up with Tyler, believe it or not, and going a little further into the game. Tyler can win this game. He can win an all-star season, for sure. I don't think he's going to go in the house with any grudges against him. I don't think he's going to go in the house with anybody not liking him. So I think he's going to be right off the bat in a good spot. So I see Tyler doing very well. Derek, winner of Big Brother 16. Some people were saying Derek is just as good as Dan, or Derek played the best game in history. I watched that season. Derek played extremely well, but I compare Derek to Kim. If you're a Survivor fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I said that Kim had one of the best games in history. I also said Derek may have had one of the best games in history, but the cast. Here we go with the controversy, right? It's not really a controversy. You probably think it too. Season 16 was a lame duck cast. Derek controlled them. They were all his lapdogs. There is no way that he can control the cast of All-Stars, especially the people on this list that you're about to hear. So I think Derek's in big trouble. He had a few things that happened to him in his past that just came out. That's another thing. All these things come out when you start hearing people's name, you start hearing things that they've done in their past, and this and that. And I think that may hurt him in the game. If you want to find out what that is, you can find out for yourself, because I'm not going to really talk about that. But I don't see Derek doing well at all. I think Derek will go early. I think anybody aligning with Derek would be in trouble. So he is a great player. He had a great season. But guys, I see Derek going early this time. Let's see if I'm right. We don't even know if they're doing an All-Star. And clip it, put it in, bam. Russell was right. Here we go. Next one on the list is Frankie, Ariana Grande's brother. So if you can hang out with Frankie, maybe you can hang out with Ariana Grande. Beast Mode Cowboy thought so, but I don't know if that really worked out for him. Anyway, I think that Frankie's very likable. He's a social media mogul, he likes to say. So I don't know why he's going in the house, to tell you the truth. I guess he wants more attention, more TV time. But he does love the game of Big Brother. I don't know who I see him aligning with. I don't know if I see him laying low. You know, he's always out there. But super nice guy. He seems like, I've never met the guy personally, but it seems like that he's a good guy, good social game. It's going to be interesting to watch Frankie and see how he does with these All-Stars, if this is how this is going down. My favorite, not my favorite person, but my favorite person to talk about that's going to be going into this house, and that is Josh Martinez. He is going to be super interesting. He is a media whore, I like to say. He wants attention. He is soft but hard. He is how can you explain him? He is confrontational and arrogant. He is sensitive and insecure. He is like a jelly donut. He is like jumbo shrimp. You just don't understand it. Josh is going to have problems in this house. He's going to try to stir up all kind of mess with people that he really can't affect. I wish that we could see Evil Dick. We're not going to see Evil Dick. I wish and pray that Evil Dick would be in this house, and then all of a sudden Josh tries to stir up his pots and pans that he'd taken from Evil Dick's playbook and try to do it to Evil Dick to try to, become famous, get more Instagram followers. Maybe I can get on MTV and do these challenges with my flabby butt. Maybe I can do this and do that, and I have a flabby butt too, so I'm just welcoming them to my club. Let's watch the madness with Josh go down. It's going to be super interesting to watch. He is not an All-Star, but I do want to see him in this house with All-Stars. I want to see them eat him up, make him cry, and spit him out. That's what's going to happen. Again, clip it, put it up. There it is. Next, Paul, the Russell of Big Brother. They said he got rustled twice. Went to the end twice. Got robbed twice. Paul is a super likable guy. But he will stab you in the back. I think Paul's in some trouble. I don't think friendship bracelets are going to work this time for Paul. We all know that Paul goes to the end. I think he deserved to win twice, just like somebody else. But that's another totally different show. I think he goes early, guys. That is, if he's out there. I think Paul would go early. I don't think anybody is going to buy into what Paul is selling. I think we're going to see him try hard, and it's going to be too hard. I don't think Paul can change gears and play a different type of game. And I think because of that, He's going to be, even though he's not like a Boston Rob type player, he's not that aggressive. But I think it's kind of similar when it comes to, can he play different? I don't think Paul can, and I think that he's in trouble. I think Paul goes before the merge. Merge. What? I think Paul goes before the jury. I don't know. You know what's on my mind. I cannot believe that I'm about to say that Swaggy C is considered to be going in the house with All-Stars. This isn't my personal list that I want to set together, guys. That put together a list of people I want to see in the house. Because if it was, he wouldn't be on this list. I mean, when he was 15th place in season 20, and then he's on an All-Star season? Please don't call it All-Star season if you're going to do things like that. I don't want flashbacks of game changers when we've seen that happen in the Survivor world. So, he's arrogant. I don't see that really happening. I don't see it working out. So I also heard that not only Swaggy C is going to be back, but his wife, Bailey. I think they're married. I thought they were married. So, what is this, blood and water? It's All-Stars, right? You're going to have a blood and water couple with 2 votes in your pocket? Guys, if that's the case, I think that they'll go first. Either Swaggy C or Bailey will go first. I would not want to go play in a game unless it was blood and water, where everybody has their second person. I wouldn't want to go play in a game where it's only my wife or my daughter, and then everybody else is playing solo, because they're going to gun for you two first. So, all right, next one is Casey from Big Brother 20. I liked Casey. She was she laid low, then she started playing strategically later on with Tyler. And she's a challenge beast. So I'm looking forward, if that happens, seeing Casey back in the house. It's going to be interesting. I think she'll do the same thing this season. Lay low and see all these big brains around her go crazy and see what happens there. So I'm excited to see Casey. I'm all for it. Let's make that happen. Next, Brittany Martinez. Now, I don't know if you guys know this. I did a podcast with Brittany not too long ago about the actions that happened in Vegas with the shooting while the concert was going on. Tragically, she was there with her friends while it was going down, screaming, running, craziness. So, that kind of thing can really mess up someone in the head. It can change their perspective in different things. So I pray that doesn't happen with Brittany, but I'm glad to see her, getting the nod to maybe going back in the house. I thought that Brittany's one of the prettiest girls that ever played Big Brother. There, I said it. Bam, it's here. I might do a top 10 on the most pretty that ever played. I like to do that kind of thing. She finished 13th place in season 16. That's not an all-star. I did see her name on a few lists, but I'd be okay with seeing her in the house. I just don't think they're going to be able to name it all-stars, though. We're hearing that. That's speculation. I don't see it to where they can do that with the names that I've been seeing. Now, they do have some all-stars, probably maybe half the people on this list, but she's not one of them. But I do want to see her back, and can't wait to watch that. And After Dark and all that stuff, I'll be watching because she's a hottie. Alyssa Slater. She's on the list, guys. You're just as surprised as I am. Alyssa, the sister of Rachel Riley. Is she an all-star? No. Is she interesting? Yes. Do I want to see her in the house again? Yes, but not in all-star season. So again, don't name it all-star. She was 6th place in season 15. In a very controversial season. I'm surprised they have anybody back from that season. But she stayed, likable. At first, I can remember watching it not liking her at all. Then I got to where I started liking her. But listen, she's back. Maybe. We got Janelle. Janelle, the pork rind to the face. We have Janelle. She is a very popular player. A challenge beast. Will they have a threat? Will they have a a warning poster up for her. They have a bounty on her head. What will happen? Can she make it with these type players? So far, every name, even though you guys may not think some of them are all-stars, super interesting to see what happens. Janelle, I don't see Janelle doing very well. She's an all-star, though. She belongs in an all-star season. Now, I see Nicole Anthony on my list, but then I'm like, I see Victor. And all of a sudden I'm thinking, is Victor going to play in the house? Is Nicole, his wife, going to play with him? Or is Nicole Anthony going to play with him? Which Nicole does he get this time? I don't want to see her back in the house. But if she's back in there with her hubby, Victor, maybe it would work out. If she's back in there if she's out in the house without her husband, she's going to find another husband or boyfriend. That's her game. It's her gameplay. It's how she plays. So don't let her in the house, Victor. So Victor is a good player, though. Victor is definitely a physical threat. He's a social player. He's the social butterfly. This is terrible. Nicole from season 21 that finished third. Do you want to see her back? You know, the one that's a little nerdy and awkward. Well, the other Nicole was the same way. A little nerdy and awkward. She found a husband. I'm rooting for Nicole to find a husband. Which Nicole are we talking about? Nicole Anthony. Find a husband. Like the other Nicole. With Victor. And then the other guy. What was his name? Showmances. Like crazy. Nicole was a very social player. She was even able to flip a vote when it come to saving herself. So that kind of move, those are strategic moves. Not only are they're social players that seem like they're timid, all of a sudden they're making big moves in the house. So I think that Nicole could do well. I'm looking forward to it. Yes, let's bring her back. Haley finished 7th in Big Brother 21. Another beautiful. They're going to have tons of pretty girls up in this house. Haley was trying to save Ofezi the whole time, trying to help him in his strategic game. And he was like, oh, no, don't worry about that. Let's not worry about that, idol. Let's not do this. No, we're in control when clearly you're not. And she was on the other side of that saying, hey, we need to do something here. I remember pulling for her, wanting her to do better. Vote Fez out because he's just messing her game up. And then you play your game, girl. You play your game. I think she's finally going to get an opportunity to play her game. I think she's way more dangerous than any of you think. So I'm excited to see if Haley is one of the ones back in the house. That's it, guys. I appreciate you watching. Again, I am talking Big Brother. Yes, all season long. 3 lives a week, probably 2 videos like this, players' performance, the whole 9 yards. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you're into Big Brother, not just Survivor or just Big Brother, hit that subscription, hit that notification bell, comment below, tell me who you think that I'm right about. I don't know if I'm going to be right or not, but who's going in the house, who do you not want to see in the house. This really, I don't think, can be an all-star season, to tell you the truth. But it will be a very interesting season with these names. So, again, I appreciate you for watching. And that's all I got for you guys. Keep hope alive.